Hey, what's going on YouTube? In this one, we're going to go ahead and use our Dark Visions 24 tickets. We got 14 of these, and along the way, we'll kind of talk a little bit about the units and if any of them are even remotely useful, at least in my opinion, and a little bit of talk on the current Clash of Wills. So let's go ahead and go for it. And this is number one. So I feel like this current Clash of Wills Dark Visions is really different from last month's Dark Visions for a couple of reasons. Oh wow, it's actually coming down a rainbow. The biggest one being that from what I've been seeing people talk about is that the damage scores and the cluster of like where people are scoring is really, really tight. Oh, okay. Well, at least he's an NVA and he can absorb dark damage, so that's potentially interesting for some people. So the scores have been really, really tight. Somebody was telling me yesterday in my Twitch stream that they were at like rank 2,000 or 3,000 or something like that, and they scored like less than 1 billion difference damage than me, and that was kind of scary. I don't even know what my current rank is right now. I need to check at the end of this video. Yeah, Gudon, no, goodbye. But like, I just feel like the scores are really, really tight and compressed this month, and I don't know if that's because the boss is really like bulky and defensive, or what, or if there are just fewer options. But it's just seemed interesting to see how tightly compressed the damage compared to the people's rank is. Also, I feel like this one, and this is not necessarily unique to this Dark Visions, but this one, the use of reflectoring has been really contentious. Look at that, another rainbow. Has been really contentious. Like, some people have even said like, oh, you know, if you're using it, you're cheating. Someone told me last night, and I said, well, it's not really cheating. If you've got it, you've got it. But like, you don't need to have the reflectoring. You know, my best score ended up using. My Lilith did not end up wearing a reflect ring, so you don't really have to have it. Wow, okay. A third rainbow. Rate is not terrible on this. Is it gonna upgrade? No. Polka's actually a good one. I feel like Polka's a good NVA. So anyway, but that has been interesting. And then also, I think what has been interesting is that from my experience compared to other ones, that people are actually being cooperative. They're being collaborative and like trying to help each other get into higher ranks just to try and see their friends get above rank 1000 for the bonus Galvanite. And like, you know, the Galvanite thing, obviously bonus Esper stats for killers, like goodbye Tessin, you know, whatever. The bonus Esper killers is definitely nice if you can already hit the cap, but I feel like only like the most severe, wild and crazy players are really going for that. Not a whole lot of players are really using that to their advantage. We haven't really had any trials where we really needed to either. Incidentally, this month, you know, one of the races that the Clash of Wills boss is, another Veritas of the Dark, wow, is is Beast. And so Ifrit has the Beast extra nodes on it, and so you could theoretically, you know, boost a single unit's killer bonus versus Beast with Ifrit that way, which could be useful. You know, I really hope that Clash of Wills, is this very first Clash of Wills where this is available, is not tuned around having done so. Yes, this is good. We're gonna go ahead and lock him. Love that STMR. I hope it's not tuned around it, just because I think then that would like lock out players who maybe can't do Clash of Wills, or can't do Dark Visions, but can do Clash of Wills. Like, it's way easier. As somebody who does it, is way easier to do well in Clash of Wills than it is to do well in Dark Visions, just because you're not competing against other players' wallets. Not in the same way. Yeah, this is a worthless unit. Not in the same way. You still do compete against other players' wallets because, you know, there is like a certain amount that you have to get to rank 1 as far as EX levels. But it's just not as big a deal as it is in Dark Visions. You're not fighting over 1 point of damage for a, you know, 300 point jump in your score. So I just feel like, you know, yay, it upgraded. I just feel like them tuning it around having done well. Yes, all right. Them tuning it around having done well in Dark Visions, I feel like is a little spicy. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of seeing how it goes, let's see what we get here. All right. This is actually the second call I've ever gotten, so that's kind of neat. STMR for sure. I don't know if I need 2 of his STMR, especially with the new Lunar Cleome coming out tomorrow. I don't know if I need 2 of his STMR, but you know, it's a thing. You could have it. Certainly not upset about it. How many more we got? We have 5 more to go. Cool. Anyway, like I said, it's been nice to see people cooperating. And there's a couple different places that I interact with folks about the game, and seeing people trying to like encourage each other and get them to that threshold of doing a little bit more damage, you know, get above rank 1000, has been really neat. Because, you know, Dark Visions is by its very nature competitive, and I'm not a super competitive person, and I recognize that that's maybe like a fault of mine, that I'm playing a game with competitive elements that doesn't, you know, but that I'm not a very competitive person. And yeah, I don't know. It's just been nice. Okay, that's what I really like about Clash of Wills, is that people are like, oh, you know, change this, hit the threshold, hit the score, get what you want. And like, I don't know, I like that. I feel the same way about Vision World. World of Visions events. Those are very collaborative, and I really like that about those. And so seeing people like work together is kind of what I'm all about. Helping folks and seeing people work together. I think even getting a single Neo Visions unit out of these tickets is pretty good rate up. You know, like I know they were like, I think it's like 3% rate, and you've only got 14 of these tickets unless you bought some bundle or something like that. So yeah, 3% rate, not bad to have gotten a single one out of 14 tickets. Anyway, I am excited for Clash of Wills tomorrow. I feel like we've got a lot of options for different units and teams that you could run, so I'm excited to see that. You know, of course, we have to see the boss's AI and whatnot before we can know for sure if it's gonna be a total disaster like last month. I would say total disaster, but last month was just really like compact in terms of like the teams you could bring. And you know, I remember really distinctly from the very early times of Dark Visions that they talked about like being flexible and bringing your best combination of units and putting your best combination of skills you could get to put the best combination of modifiers on to get the best score you could. And like, I don't know, last month there was just like no variety in the top teams, including mine, you know. It was just not fun in the wrong way, in my opinion. This is actually not a terrible TMR, but you know, I've got a bunch of them. Anyways, that is the last of those tickets. So yeah, we got one. That's not bad. We'll see you guys tomorrow for new content stuff over on Twitch, and doing some polls for the new unit and the new vision card, because I think it's going to be useful, and we'll have some fun with it. So definitely come out and check that out, 9 p.m. Central Time, over on Twitch. My username over there is the same. So yeah, thanks guys, have a good one, and we'll see you later. Oh, we're gonna check my rank. Let's check that just real quick. I don't even know. I checked it last night and like whatever, but let's see. 940. I might have to do a couple runs tonight. We'll see. I'd like to stay above 1,000, so we'll take a look. But all right, we'll see you later.